Checky, checky, checky. Checky, checky, checky. Hi, everybody. There we are. I didn't even put out a message or nothing. Let's sync that. Let's see if we actually get our game up. I'm going to be playing golf. So exciting. So fucking exciting. Let me get, hold on. And we'll put that over here. We'll go to YouTube. We'll go to my channel. Your channel. View your channel. There it is. Live. That's me. We'll turn off the sound. There I am. Now I'm going to take away, watch this. I'm going to pop out the chat and put it here in front of me. See, I get how this works. Hi, everybody. Oh, boy. Yeah, I had to put this, oh. Hold on. Let me get the golf thing going. Hi, everybody. Glad you can make it. Very excited. Let me, all right. I should probably bring this. No, not Discord. Does anyone, low audio? Yeah, probably. I'll fix it. I'll fix everything. I'll fix everything. Low audio. But, got, okay, now, relax. All right. This can go down there. Here's what I need to do. I need to go to, hold on. Streamlabs. And then I need to go to game. See? It's not coming up. See, the game's not there. No volume on TV. The phone is good. I don't even know what you're saying. I don't. Pat Cooper? Who told you that? Who told you that? All right. It's been a while. I haven't streamed in a while. I'll fix it. Just fucking chill. Chill out for a minute. So the game, there it is, game cap. Hold on, we'll get this. There it is, capture window. It's not Call of Duty. It is PGA 2K25. There it is. See? See how I run this shit? You needn't worry. Right, now I just need, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to shut my volume down for a minute so I could turn this up and make sure I'm getting sound from the game. Check, check, check. Check, check, check. Where is it? Yeah, no game. All right, hold on. I'll get it. I'll get it. Don't worry. I'm on this. Yeah. All right. I'll turn this down. There it is. Yeah. Let me go to game capture. Sound. It's the sound. There it is. Bam. What about this? Properties? Properties? Mic? No. I don't think it's a mic. Yeah, I'm not getting anything from the game sound. We need that, don't we? We'll get it. We'll get it. Monitor on. I'll get this. I swear, I've done this. I've done this before. It's the game capture. It's always a pain in the ass. It's always a pain in the ass. Hold on. Don't worry. And we'll be talking about plenty of stuff tonight. The WABC radio show, which is awesome. The Shuli, Auntie Karen, and of course Stut Joe, Uncle Rico, the internet. We'll be talking about a lot of things. Don't you fucking worry. I don't want you guys to worry. But I want sound on the game, and I just can't really figure out how to do it. Oh, my God. Isn't this infuriating? Because it's every time. Audio output capture. Let's see. Okay. Device. So it's got to be the speaker. Leviathan. I think we got it. I think that's it. Do you hear some stupid music? I'll be quiet. Thank you. Thank you. And I'll turn... Oh, I'm all the way up, so I don't think I could turn myself up. Let me do this. Check, check. Okay, that should be a little louder from me. It's shit music. You're right. Okay, all good. See? I'm no boomer. But I figured this out. Okay. This is a PGA 2K23. It is one of the most annoying fucking games you'll ever play. It's like real golf. I'm kind of amazed how close they got to real golf, because just when you think you're awesome at it, you realize you suck at it. And then you'll get one good shot and you go, oh, I figured it out. And then you'll suck assholes. Just like real golf. All right, I got the chat up here and everything. Don't forget the super chats. We go for super chats. It's 2K25, not 23. You're right, Brian. This is the new version. It's a lot harder. The first one was a little look, even the first one took a lot to get used to, but this one's pretty good. Let me go back to. Hold on. Let me go back to this, and I'll go full cam. Full cam? Cam full screen? There it is. Hi, everybody. I went to my haircut place, and I got a soy sauce. I ain't afraid. I ain't afraid to say it. I soy sauce, my friends. I soy sauce. Yeah. Go fuck your mother. Yeah, I get a glaze like Stut Joe. No, I go to a professional, and this girl's great. Let me tell you something else. If you have the means, you tip the shit out of the girls that do your hair. You got to. If you're going to tip anyone, think of it this way. You go to a bar, you tip the bartender. And if you tip them more, when you go back to the bar that night, you will fucking get a drink. You'll be like, everyone's like, hey, you tipped him 20 on the first drink. He's coming back and going, what can I do for you, man? And then maybe you go in a week later, this fucking cocksucker don't know who you are. It's going to take another 20 or whatever it is. When you get your hair cut, tip the shit out of your hair cutter. Because here's what happens. They take care of you. They do exactly what you want them to do. They're not like just trying to rush you out. This girl down at the haircutting place I go to, it's the neck massage, the head, you get this. It's fucking astounding. And again, it's like I said, and look, this isn't some rich guy thing. Everyone's got a 20 on him. If you don't have a 20 on you at any given moment, maybe you should just, I can't say it here on YouTube, but I think you know what I mean. If you don't have a 20 on you to tip somebody on a plane, I've said this before. You sit down, especially if you're in first class. You think first class gets you first class treatment? It's 2025, dummies. It don't wash no more. You got to give a little something extra. When I walk on that plane, the second I see, because the flight attendants are standing there by the door going, oh, yeah, whatever. Have a 20 in your hand already. And when you see the flight attendant and you got your carry-on, you're ready to struggle in the fucking... you take that 20 and you go to the flight, you give it to her and go, if I could get a mimosa, I know, it's kind of gay. A Bloody Mary. Let's go with a Bloody. If I could get a Bloody Mary before we take off, I'd really appreciate it. Oh, and then they go, oh, I can't. No, I appreciate what you do up here. They're streaming out their vaginas or their penises if it's the other type of flight attendant, if you know what I mean. But it works. And I swear to you, you'll get to your seat. You'll put your overhead in the fucking bin. You'll take your backpack, your jacket, you'll stuff it under your seat. And at the last stuff, you'll look up and that flight attendant will be standing there with your drink in her or whatever's hand. For $20, how much did the ticket cost? How much is your Uber going to cost from the airport to the hotel? How much did your hotel cost? $20 more will get you first class accommodations. I swear to you, even in business and in coach. If you're in coach, especially coach, you give that flight attendant a 20, you are not looking, you're not bing, none of that shit. You are getting drinks the entire flight. One's half full. She's coming over. Here you go. I'm not kidding. If you don't abide by these rules of the air, you're an idiot. You're stupid. You're a very stupid person. This is how this shit goes. What do we got? Anyway. Oh, my God. Went out into Greenville. What audio, video quality? Can we get this good audio, video quality on Compound Censored? I agree. Look, I don't know. What am I? A nerd? I was so fucking embarrassed today. Embarrassed. As you all know, I went and got myself a job. I got the first job I've had in 11 years. I work for WABC Radio in New York City. Yeah. And with that job, I have responsibilities. I don't know why I did this. I love the medium. Radio's great. But you know me and responsibility. If you are, if it's your first time here, seeing me in any medium, let me just explain to you, and as the people that do know me can explain, I have no responsibilities. I'm kind of lazy. I'm a procrastinator. Yeah, that's me. So to get a job at this point, after I've done my own internet show, I made my own hours for Compound Media. I made my own hours. And do you think I studied charts to figure out what would be the best viewing time or anything, or when would most people tune in? No, I said, I don't want anything to do until 4:30. 4, actually, when I first started. Now it's 4:30 to 6. And I only want to work 4 days a week, Monday through Thursday. So that kind of tells you right there what a lazy piece of shit I am. Then, out of nowhere, I was not looking for anything. The fine people at WABC New York, Talk Radio, 77 WABC. They called me up and said, Anthony, would you like to do a show on our station? And I'm like, of course I would. Of course. Wasn't looking for it. Wasn't putting out a resume. Wasn't soliciting myself. I was just doing my show at Compound Media for 11 years. And somebody got word to someone and things happened and they said, hey, Ant, you want to do broadcast radio on 77 WABC? And I said, fuck yeah, that sounds fun. Sounds different and exciting. And it's a comeback to radio. Come on, you back to something? No, Chip. Come back. So I was like, yeah, let's do this. Let's fucking do this. And I took the gig. And I've been so used to just doing this internet thing that I forgot when you work for a radio station, you have responsibilities, which is hilarious. Look at Chuck Spears. Thank you for the 20. I'll go through the super chats. I love you guys. Send it, because if I beat Kevin Brennan in super chats, that's all I want to do. Not even trying. So just look, I'm not begging. I'm not a digital panhandler. I'm going to give you something. I'm talking to you. I'm going to take your questions and answer them. I'm going to play some PGA 2K25 golf. But if you feel so inclined, no forcing, and you want to send a super chat, as long as we can just beat that shithead Kevin Brennan, I'm all good. So I get this gig at WABC, and all of a sudden I have things to do all the time. And I forgot this. I knew it. I remember radio. But I forgot that you have to do stuff. When I just show up at 4:30 p.m. Monday through Thursday, and I sit right here, and I sit down and I go, hey, everybody, it might just be my unbelievable talent, but it doesn't feel like work to me. When I finish the show, I'm done. Oh, I look at my phone, and I go, what's going on? And I go, oh, that'll be a good break for tomorrow. I get it. But I don't have meetings. I don't have to call anyone. I don't have to answer emails from the Anthony Cumia show at censored.tv and Compound Media. But I will tell you, I forgot how regular radio is. And the people at WABC, it is a meeting fest. I'm constantly having to wake up way before I ever wanted to, and make phone calls, Zoom meetings. And as I was saying earlier, I was so embarrassed. I was supposed to do a sales meeting. This is where you get on Zoom or whatever other video conferencing system they have. And the salesperson from the station is there, and the client is there, you know, with their goods and whatnot. And then you talk to them, and I couldn't get the fucking video working. And it wasn't me. I am not a boomer, motherfuckers. I got this shit down. And I'm literally there like, what is the camera's not working? It won't allow the... I'm muted. I felt like an old bat. I was in a fucking retirement community. It was embarrassing. And then I finally had to do it with no camera. They had like a still pic of me as I talked about the client and the product and the sales staff. And I just felt like an asshole. And that's part of this whole radio thing. I forgot. I was always a big sales guy. I love the sales guys. I love the clients. They were like, hey, Anthony, this was my favorite. And I remember this to a T. The salespeople came in, and it might have been Lisa, who's our sales girl at WABC. She was our sales girl at WNEW. Love her. Great girl. And she goes, Anthony, she's like Bobby Fleckman from Spinal Tap. She's like the nanny from The Nanny. Anthony, you got to come into the sales meeting. They love you. They want to, it's Xbox. Xbox is putting out what they call the 350. And they want you in the sales meeting. They think you're going to be, I'm like, I got this. Don't worry about it. And I did. I went in there and I started talking video games and laughing and having a good, they gave me an Xbox 360 when it came out, and all the fucking peripherals and games and shit. And I'm like, yeah, this is easy. This is great. This is what I do. So while I'm not saying it's a hard job, I'm just saying it's a job. Like, I have to actually do stuff. And I never had to do stuff. Well, I had to do stuff in construction. But, ooh, this is Duvel. Oh, wonderful Belgian beer. Belgian. Speaking of Belgian, I'm not going to say it, but I will have an announcement to make in about a month. It's not pregnancy. Shut up. But I will have an announcement. There will be an addition to the house down here in South Carolina. It does involve something that is, I guess, considered Belgium, from Belgium. Yeah. No, it's not a new Belgian girl. McPablo 13. Let me see. Let me see if anyone gets it. Mail order wife, no. Oh, Old Restless might have something. Maligator. Anyway. Yeah. You know, we're cat people here. We have been for quite some time. But, you know, we'll see. Yes, the Hollow Hoax. Love it. You might have something going there. Yeah. Did the research, looked into it. Just going to say at this moment, not going to spill everything, spill the beans. But it looks pretty good. Got pictures already, but I haven't taken, you don't want to jinx anything. But I think my birthday weekend, you know, my birthday, you all should, April 26th. We might be traveling somewhere and picking up what they call new addition to the family. And very excited. I love that they call them alligators because they're fucking crazy. But yeah, so that's how it goes. Anything else? Let me think of anything. Oh, right. So I go on Shuli's show. It was a couple of shows pretty close together. I usually do one. If I do one a week, it's a lot. It's like one every 2 weeks. I'll do Uncle Rico, and it's great. I mean, you know, sometimes I catch shit for talking about how fun and funny doing the Uncle Rico show is. And I just can't fathom that I could be so incapable of the concept of what's funny that some people just go, Anthony, what? That is not funny. They're not funny. The show's not funny. And I go, wow, I really thought that even if I can't be funny, I would at least know what is funny. And I swear to you, I will go to my grave saying that the Uncle Rico show and Auntie Karen show with obviously Shuli, Mike, and Anthony Zenhauser is a very funny show. And I get shit from it. And then I look at who I'm getting shit from. Stuttering John Melendez? Kevin Brennan? These are people that, I mean, deliver comedy. Ooh, the drop of a hat. Another one funny line after another. Maybe not. I've officially removed myself, and I have in the past. You know this. I'm not gonna fake anything with you. I've been out of the Kevin Brennan business after he left Compound Media because of my greedy $100 for 2 hours. $50 an hour wasn't enough for him. I just was like, yeah, I'm out of the Kevin Brennan business. And then, of course, you saw the Auntie Karen show with Shuli and friends. And I would sometimes be in touch with Mr. Brennan. We had each other's phone numbers. You know that because he's given mine out on the air. Why not dox people? Doxing. People don't really mind doxing. It's like swatting. They don't mind that either. It's fun. It's all in good fun. And I was even okay with that. Then the other day, Mr. Brennan decides to try to contact my bosses at WABC and get me in trouble. And his whole tack was crazy. Like, I've seen people that are like, well, because I've gotten, they've gotten messages and texts and whatnot over there from Jewish periodicals. And they say like, oh, Anthony's anti-Semitic. And anyone that knows me, I've been the least anti-Semitic guy. Black people might have an argument. But Jewish people really don't have an argument about how I've been treating them verbally on my various programs. And there's fucking dummy Kevin Brennan saying, he's this. And then he says, I'm on Shuli's show, and Shuli's show is he called it the Aisle Network. The Aisle Network. I'm not going to say it because it's YouTube and I don't want to get in trouble. But it's like, what? Because I wonder how they'd feel about that over at the WABC. Well, let me tell you right here to the camera and perhaps to Kevin Brennan's face. They don't give a shit, Kevin. The idea of trying, and John tried it too. John unlocked his X account, Twitter. He had locked it up so no one could comment on his ridiculously retarded tweets. And then he unlocks it to go after me and say, hey, everybody, get in touch with WABC and tell them what a piece of shit Anthony is. Well, joke's on you, John. They know what a piece of shit I am. But the thought that someone would try to get you fired from your job, literally cancel culture. This is the thing everyone has been goofing on and saying, are you out of your fuck mind? Cancel culture? And they're embracing it. Brennan, Stutjo, the Opster, not the Opster. I'll give it to the Opster. He's not trying to get me canceled. He just really has a problem with me getting a radio job. But it's insane. Get him off. Talk to his boss. How does ABC feel about this? And you're like, I talk to my boss over there, my bosses over there. There's an owner and there's a boss, a GM. I know how radio works. And what do you think? They get these emails and whatever, posts, and they don't tell me. They just go, uh-oh, that Anthony guy. We sure didn't know who we were hiring. That is the most hilarious thing. Tell him about Anthony. Do you honestly think a radio company can't Google my name and see every fucking thing I've ever done in radio ended my private life before they hire me? Why aren't they hiring you, Kevin Stutjo? You've lived an exemplary life. No controversy whatsoever. No domestic violence like I had. No sex with trannies, as people like to say. No firing for a racist tirade I made on social media. And where are your jobs? Where are the people clamoring to get you on board to help bring up their ratings or social media numbers? Nothing? That's a shame. That's a shame. These motherfuckers. That Dabbleverse is a fucking force to be reckoned with. I love it. It's fun for me. There's something therapeutic about having thrown out every aspect of your life out into the public forum to where the likes of these idiots have nothing. What are they going to say? I've said it all. I've addressed it all. But then they have their things that they will never talk about. Stuttering John, hated by his own family. Imagine being hated by your own family, your kids, as they say, your flesh and blood. Imagine that. Your own son and daughter and son-daughter and daughter-son, none of them want to even talk to you. You weren't invited to the graduation. That's fucking harsh. And then when people bring it up, you try to blow it off like it isn't something. I accept everything I've done. People say, oh, Anthony, remember with Danny Brand, you got arrested. I go, yeah, I bit her hand. That was my big crime. Stuttering John, you go, hey, your family abandoned you because you abandoned your family. They're better off with their mother and another guy.
some other guy. And what does he go? Yeah, all right, let me admit, their stepfather is much better than me. He would never, that would be honest. We might actually go, oh, poor guy. But no, he will never admit that. Excuse after excuse. Kevin Brennan. I've been over the Brennan thing for so long, and I've bitten my tongue and lip and said, I'm not really going to get into it with Brennan because I honestly think he's funny. I think a lot of what he does is a work. It's an act. The mean thing, the nasty, the blowing up, burning bridges. And even though I've kept that attitude with him, he decides to try to get me fired from my brandy new awesome job. And that's when I was like, no, I'm not going to placate this guy anymore. I'm not going to sit here and go, wow, he's funny, so I guess I should give him the benefit of the doubt. No, fuck Kevin Brennan. Fuck him in his ass. He's clown shoes. I'm so done with so many of these guys. And there's a few other that I won't even give the benefit of mentioning their name. Because, you know, we're well over 1,000 viewers here. I'm not going to give them any leeway. I'm not giving them viewers. Me and Missy constantly, it's the funniest thing. Everyone has done the John. When Shuli just goes like, yeah, and then the subtle cough, it kills me. We do it all the time around the house. I'm like, yeah, where are the keys? The guy's genuinely hilarious. Anyway, then there's the Opster. I want to address the Opster on this because it's, it's the internet. I'm not on my show, Compound Censored, or compoundmedia.com. I'm not on my Sunday show. This Sunday, 8 to 10 p.m., featuring Steve Grillo. Steve Grillo will be on talking about what I call the golden age of the Stern Show. Grillo had the privilege. I know he shits on it now, and I'm going to address this with Steven, with young Steven. I think he's pushing 60. We all are. I'm past it. But the privilege of being part of the golden era of the Stern Show, that's what I want to know about. And I also want to know how the fuck can you shit on that? Because he has, and I understand a lot of people looking from the outside can look in and go, wow, that is the greatest gig, whether you're being paid or not. The 90s Stern Show, in pussy alone, you win. So I want to talk to him Sunday about that. Like, how do you leave that and in time look back and have some animosity with that? And we'll talk about that Sunday. He's going to be on 8 to 10 Sunday. If you're in New York, it's on WABC 77 WABC app on the App Store. And other markets, which I assure you I will get the call letters of those markets over the country where I am now syndicated in. But getting back to the Opster thing, he's another one that, in a different way from John and Brennan, but they do have this common factor. And I think it's narcissism, which is so weird. Wouldn't you think narcissists would have to live in this? Well, he does live in a palatial. Yeah, maybe that doesn't work with the Obster. But he's miserable all the time. And here's the great thing. Someone here will go to Opie's show and go, Anthony was on YouTube trashing you. And it'll be funny. And he'll go, oh, really? Well, fuck him and this and that and the other thing. And meanwhile, I'm not trashing him. I swear to you, look at it. I don't trash him. I call him stupid for what he's doing or not doing, but I don't trash Opie. I just try to tell him what he should be doing. He's doing something that is so out of bounds. Do a show. And every time I bring this up, this is kind of funny. I watch his show and he does a little bit of what I say. He's trying to have topics. He's trying to actually do something that has a beginning, middle, and end. So I think this might be working. My tactic might be working. I'm not shitting on him. I want to see him do well. If he got a gig on any radio station, I would never have reacted to it like he has to me getting a job. Oh, AM radio. Oh, one night a week. Oh, he's got, I'd be like, awesome. I'm going to listen to that. And then people go, did you hear Anthony on ABC? And he goes, I don't listen to that. Why would I And be real, be honest. I've said it. I listen to everything. I listen to every show. What else do I have to do? I'm scrolling through fucking X and YouTube and Instagram. You think I'm not going to just stop and go, let's see what the Obster's doing. Let's see what Brennan's up to. Let's see what this idiot's doing. I watch it. Why would you be embarrassed? What flex is it to say that you're actually listening to shows that critique you? I listen. I watch. Whatever. So I watch his show and I go, what are you doing? Do something. Do a show. It just seems like this ramshackle nonsense. And then when he's called out on it, I've said this in the past, he just goes, I'm not doing a show. I'm just doing what I like. This is what I want to do. I'm doing what makes me happy. And it's amazing to watch these guys that are doing what makes them happy. Opie, Stut Joe, Brennan, the other guys. You know who I'm talking about when I say the other guys. I just never want to give them the pleasure of mentioning their name on my popular program. But what are they doing? Nothing. They're begging for super chats and giving the audience nothing whatsoever. It's embarrassing. Have a plan. This was yesterday's show. I have shit that I had talked about already, and I got every single line you see on this is a story. Do I get to all of them? Fuck no. But I thank God I have more than I would ever need. And then on my phone, in my notes, I have new stuff that I start putting in my notes the second my show's over on Thursday. I start. And by the way, now that I have this WABC show, the second my ABC show over, I make another WABC prep folder and start putting shit in that. I work at what I do. It's all I have to do. So to call it work is even silly. And you know what they do? Nothing. They stare at their fucking chat and read it and get pissed at the insults and crow about the compliments and read off the fucking prices of the super chats and give the people nothing in return. That's why I've called them digital panhandlers. They are no better than a bum laying on the street harassing people to give them money as they walk down the sidewalk of whatever fair city you reside in. It's pathetic. Stuttering John is retarded. I get that. I'll even throw him that slack. He's had some medical issues. I would never shit on anyone for that. But I think statistically, he's retarded. So I might even give him the benefit of the doubt. Brennan, the Opster, a couple of these other people, you can't come up with 1 fucking hour of topics to just something you're interested in. You're just going to sit and go, oh, don't forget I'm funny. Leslie Wilkins, the other guy's Opie's Peacock. He got Matt, Digital Panhandler's hilarious. Lobster 2.0. Why don't you comment on? This is their show. They just sit and read the fucking chat. It's fucking pathetic. And by the way, this is 90% of podcasts. 90% of podcasts. Could I get some fucking money? Could you please give me money? Money. It's an exchange. It's quid pro quo. Talk to the people. Address them. Give them a story, something they might go, wow, that's interesting. Play a fucking video game. Anything. But sitting there staring at the chat going, Mayor Cumia, oi nai, does Opie even need super chats? Yeah. Another win for the toe. Thank you. That's very funny. Ghost Crusader TV. See? Fucking retarded. I don't know. Look, I'm not a back pat guy. And I will never say that I invented this medium. It was going on long before me, especially the audio version of podcasts. But I think having a show might be something that I did in the very early days of podcasting. And then anyone that came up during that time also did what I guess you could call a show. And then there was this point where everyone just looked and said, you mean people make money just turning a camera and a mic on and going bloody, and then money comes in? Well, I got to get me some of that. And people that have zero ability to communicate anything are now thinking, hey, give me super chats. I want a super chat. I was a stand-up. I could broadcast. And all of a sudden, they're now podcasters. That's a little fucking much. All right. I guess I got to do that. Look, I hate doing this, especially after everything I just said. But truth be told, a lot of these stupid super chats are coming in. Here's a Tryhard, and then I'll play some golf. We'll see what happens. Tryhard, you have any Artie Lange updates? No, I don't, Tryhard. I wish I did. I assume this all the time. I know he's been on kind of a probationary thing where if he pisses dirty, he goes to jail. No ifs, ands, or buts. And the fact that he hasn't been in jail, I would assume he hasn't pissed dirty, which means he's either very clever with getting clean piss, and I can never think Artie could do something like that. Or he's pissing clean, and God bless, he's not on drugs. And the only way he could stay clean is, and this, what a paradox. What a fucking cruel twist of life this is for Artie Lange. He's a brilliant comedian. He goes on stage and you will laugh your fucking balls off. His addiction is so fucking powerful that he cannot go into the venues that have stand-up comedy because his fans, the bar itself, are a constant reminder, and they feed him drugs and booze. It's almost a cruel joke for Artie. I feel bad. I feel bad for people that aren't able to see how funny this fucker is because he cannot go into a venue. He's so fucked up that if he goes into a venue that sells booze and his audience are a bunch of degenerate fucks. I was at a gig in Atlantic City and Artie gets on stage. He's fucked up. He's still hilarious. He gets off. I swear, at least 3 guys that I saw were trying to put drugs in his hand. That's how fucked it is for Artie to try to be clean going out and doing gigs. It just can't happen. So the fact that we haven't seen any gigs and the fact that he hasn't been arrested for pissing dirty bodes well for his health. But, you know, we're missing out like we miss out on Patrice for dying or Geraldo for dying. I mean, Artie is virtually dead in the comedy circles because we can't see him because he's incapable of going into a venue and not getting fucked up. It's one of the saddest things I've ever seen. OU812. Oh, what is that? $5. No comment. It's just great. What's your gamer tag? Beavis. Beavis is my gamer tag. My beloved cat. Where is his picture in frame? There, let me. I'll get him. This is the Beav. This was my best pal. We still talk about him. Just talked about him today. And every day I talk about like, oh, remember when Beavis used to go into the shower and meow. And it would echo so loud and go, meow, meow. And it was just hilarious. But he was a great cat. I miss him terribly. But it's a cat. What are you going to do? He had a great life. And, you know, things, we move on. We move on. Thank you. Is it great to get a haircut and score a free beer? We have one of the salons here in Columbia. Brian Humphreys, 10 big ones. Thank you, Brian. Yeah, I go to the haircutting place here in Greenville. I don't want to say it or anything, you know. But there's a great girl. I get her every time. She's funny. She's awesome. The head massage, stop. The head massage and the neck massage and all that shit. And then you go in a waiting room. It looks like this a library in a mansion with the leather seats and the wood paneling and books and a library. And you sit there and they give you beer or wine, whatever you want. And that's where you wait for your haircut. And then the girl comes up and goes, oh, we're ready. It's like a whorehouse. It's like a whorehouse. And then you go down. And then when you're done, if you still have some of your drink, you go back upstairs. You finish your drink. It's fucking astounding. That's South Carolina, my friends. And who broke John? You? Who are these podcasts? The Shuli Network or DJT? Let me, what's GT? I should know this. I'm sorry, DJT. It just doesn't snap right in my head. Combination of everything, I think. Combination of everything. But I do think Shuley was and is still relentless on John. The great part about Shuley and the John connection is they both worked at the same place. They know the workings of the Howard Stern show. So Shuley's got great insight on what a piece of fucking garbage Stuttering John was in a professional way. And in a personal way, we see what a piece of shit he is by how he acts with people he, says are his friends for a couple of hours and then they're dreadful enemies. He's just a piece of shit. He's a piece of fucking shit. Hi, KB. Dominic, $1.99. $4.99. Drew Peanuts. Did you hear the president and Bill Maher are meeting this weekend? Who was going to, was it Kid Rock, I think. Kid Rock was going to bring Bill Maher into the White House to meet with Trump. Bill Maher, I think, and I don't believe Bill Maher for a fuck second. This guy is another piece of shit, but he's a smart piece of shit. He was lib, Biden, all the shit. He would occasionally try to make it seem like he was both sides over the time of the Biden administration by saying some shit against the left. But now Trump is in full power, and all of a sudden, Bill Maher is talking Trump and saying that Trump's policies are good, and he has liberals on his show, and he's like, you don't know what you're talking about. So let's not trust Bill Maher so much in what he says on his show. I think Bill realizes what side of the bread is buttered, and he understands how this game's played. More power to him. He's getting a lot more press than these libs that are being thrown out on their asses. So good for him. Good for him. Hey, Ant, just a heads up. Popeye is now public domain. Oh, you could take classic character. It would be cartoon. I haven't heard you. Oh, me gosh. Olive's Goyle's Pusky. Oh. Brutus is rape-skin my girls. Shoving his big cucks in Olive's Goyle's Pusky. Yeah, I didn't know that. I'm glad you told me. Oh me gosh. Bluto is fucking Olives. I'll squeeze his balls. Where's his balls bag? I didn't know that. Thank you, though. Thank you for that. Paulie Walnuts, $9.99 for the low price of $9.99. Love seeing you with Bubba the Love Sponge, Bubba Army. Yeah, I did an interview with Bubba. Bubska. Oh, he's pretty fat. He looks like Brutus. Yeah, I did his show. This is a real weird thing going on right now. And I appreciate it. Bubba and a couple of other people I noticed since I got this WABC radio job, there seems to be this hope. I am like William Wallace. There's this hope that me getting a gig will open the door for other people that had previously had radio jobs and been canceled because they had, mouthed off about shit that was verboten. That they will soon get the call and get radio gigs. Now, I hope and would love if this happened, but this is not my my priority with this. I'm just hoping I can do well and do this show on broadcast radio. I do think that especially over the past maybe even couple of decades, radio has really tailed off, and they need something to bring it back. There's so many different platforms now to broadcast on, and especially music-wise. Like, I don't know who would listen to the radio for music at this point. The commodity in radio is personality-driven, something you can't just get on Spotify. Oh, I like what Anthony Cumia talks about. Let me go to Spotify and go to the Anthony Cumia chat. It ain't there. There's only one place to get me, 77 WABC, or, Compound Media, obviously, and Censored.tv. But I think that's the one commodity that broadcast radio could have, is personality-driven radio. Shit you can't get anywhere. I like the way this guy talks. I like what he says. It's funny. It's whatever. You're not just going to be able to tune into satellite or Spotify or anything else and get a version of that. It's got to be that motherfucker talking on that fucking platform. So I think radio might be, look, I don't know if I'm the great pioneer in a new frontier here on the literally old frontier, but if radio wants to get back to any relevancy, they have to do it with personality-driven radio. Everything else is readily available for anyone to get in 0.5 of a second right here on your phone. But you're not getting a personality that you can only exclusively get on certain platforms. So, and God, I love the thought of that. Oops, I rewound. Chuck Spears, 20 big ones. And you made, you're a made boss and a Hall of Famer. Thanks. I'm a made man. What the fuck? I just beat Tracy's fucking head open on a traffic barrier. But I'm a made guy. You can't hit me. Thank you, Chuck. JDT, $3. I'll round up. Ivan Daniel, 20. I like this. This is fun. And I swear to you, this will piss the fuck off Kevin Brennan, probably Stuttering John too, and a few others. Because I'm not asking. I'm just reading, and then I talk. Like, I don't just sit here and talk. More, send more. Like, I'll read a couple, and then I got something to say. I answer your fucking shit. Fucker. You don't have to beg. You're a legend. Thank you, OU812 again. Nurse Ratchet. Fuck Kevin Brennan. Love the soy sauce. Yes, the soy sauce hair. That was really good. She put great soy sauce in my hair. Thank you. Chuck Spears. Fuck Kevin Brennan. I love that. Edgar Chipperson. Now, if you know the O&A show, you know Edgar is very different than Chip Chipperson. To combine the names is brilliant. Thank you, Edgar Chipperson. Ant-Man, loving the radio. Congratulations on your continued success. Congratulations on your continued success. And fuck Kevin Brennan. I love it. Chris Subdivisions Baldessano. Chris. Just to F Kevin Brennan, this wasn't the first super chat, and I'm not on hold. Yes. Kevin caught a lot. Chris caught a lot of shit for being the first caller ever on my show on WABC. Truth be told, they just were leery about the phones at that point. They didn't have the delay set up. It was very weird. They were very nervous about callers I might get. So when they said, Chris, do you know this guy, Chris Baldessano? He's on line 2. And I'm like, yeah, of course I know Chris. So they put him through because they knew he wasn't going to try to start any shit. But poor Chris caught a lot of shit for that. And let me tell you something. This Sunday, I've already talked to management and everything. I want to do phones. That's my whole thing. I want to have callers call in about the topics we're talking about anything. The greatest thing about phone calls, and this is what we missed from the time the O&A show went from WNEW to satellite radio. You subscribe to satellite radio. So you're going to get people that like you. They subscribed to hear you. WNEW, half the callers hated you. They wanted to hear Two for Tuesday and get the let out. And they would call up and be mad. Sometimes you'd get wrong numbers. And you could roll on that. And it was hilarious. This is going to be the first time in decades that I am going to take calls and not know who the fuck these people are or what their intent is. Obviously, primarily, and I hope most of the callers are going to be, hey, you were just talking about, fucking this Schiff asshole, and I would like to comment on it. I love it. Great. But every so often, you'll get someone go, yeah, let me tell you, you fucking suck. You don't hold a candle to, and then they'll bring up someone else. So I'm very happy to do that. And we will be taking phone calls hold on Sunday night. Here is the number. Freeze frame it. Take it down. This is the caller line for my show Sunday night on WABC. So get your asses ready. Call in and let's have some fun. Thank you, Edgar and Chris. What scenario would need to happen for you and Opie to meet on the same page, have your archives officially released? Also, are you in GTA 6? I'm not. I would love to. I'm a little nervous about GTA 6 because none of the same team is there from any previous GTA. None of them. You won't get Laszlo. You won't get any of the graphics guys, the storyline guys. All gone. So I'm a little nervous about GTA 6, and I have nothing to do with it. But I'm hoping for the best. And there will never be a scenario where myself, Opie, and Jimmy will be together. Me and Jimmy are doing a show, WABC, on Sunday, April 13th. So many of you dumb shits are going, Sunday, Jimmy's on. I've never said Sunday without saying April 13th. I'm flying up to New York on a wonderful Embraer plane from Delta Express, CRJ 900. And me and Jimmy are doing a show. And then E-Rock texts me and he goes, hey, I could just hear him. You don't have to. And yeah. But would it be okay if I came up and just sat in with you guys and watched? And I'm like, of course. Of course, E-Rock. So he'll be on the sideline watching. But meanwhile, I hope he's very prepared for some horrific E-Rock jokes because it's me and Jimmy. If E-Rock thinks he can sit in the studio while me and Jimmy do a show and we won't mention him, E-Rock is retarded. So April 13th, yes, that's going to be a banger show, bro. Me, Jimmy Norton, E-Rock is going to be sitting in the studio, and it should be a fuck load of fun. Kyle Bittner, $20. Thank you. Isn't it funny how Opie is ripping off Scorch by streaming at a bar? Ha ha. I enjoyed your show on Sunday. Thank you so much, Kyle. Yeah. We see all these guys kind of just becoming one. All the shit that we all make fun of, and they all are just, wait, like the Blob. Hold on. They all just come together as one lame, pathetic thing that we look at and just go, oh, what? What? Yeah, Scorch. I've been watching. I got to do a Scorch show. Not on WABC, but on Censor.tv, Compound Media. Scorch is as great as he ever was. Right now, he's still doing PGF TV, but he's got something going on where they made an app. I made an app. And this app is, he has dive bars around the country. Get this. So if you're in, let's say you're in Kansas, and you go, I want to find a dive bar. And then you go to the app and go, where's a dive bar in Kansas? And it shows you where the dive bar is. And then you go there. What? No? You don't like that idea? He is fully engaged with this. Him and some other guy who, God bless him, was an ONA fan and everything. I feel kind of bad. But Scorch is he's going to go around the country. They got a motorhome. This thing is like a 1972 Winnebago. And they're going to drive it around and promote this app that will show you where your dive bar is. Now, look, I don't know if I know everything. I don't think I do, but I know a few things. I would assume the very essence of a dive bar is that it's just locals. Locals go to dive bars. I've been there. I lived in Green Lawn, New York on Long Island. And I would go to a place called, what the fuck was the name of the place? Look, it's been so fucking long. Chasers was a place. You gotta love it. They're dive bars because it's all locals. Are you going to literally drive around the country and go, I just can't find a dive bar. I'll go to Scorch's new app and find a dive bar. You know what this is? And it's sad as fuck. It's a destitute boomer. A boomer who has nothing else going on that is like, what app? What is an app? Like an appetizer? No, it's not shrimp cocktail. It's not a galana. It's an application. And what it does is people they download it, and then they use it to perform some kind of a function. And you get money for this? Yeah. I got to do this. Well, what are you going to do? Well, how about dive bars? Like I said, dive bars are for locals. Locals that just fucking go to their dive bar. That's a dive bar. Gavin McInnes loves dive bars. Loves them. And he goes to them within his town. You want to go to a fucking Shriners? I don't know. Do Shriners do? What is it? Veterans? VFW? The Italian one? Columbus? Knights of Columbus? Or just your dive bar. It's a corner bar. They got, bar food, fried Galama until 11. And then you drink, you know everyone in the place, you shoot some pool, you throw some darts, you flirt with the bartender, you drive home hoping the cops aren't waiting outside. That's a dive bar. You don't go to an app to find these, Scorch. Anyway, it's sad. But these guys all think they have some gimmick. Here's what you need to do. I'm fucking, look at me. Look how generous I am. The price of cameras, microphones, bandwidth, whatever you need, lights, whatever you need to do a podcast is dirt cheap these days. I was talking about you could buy go to fucking Best Buy. I bet they have a podcast in a box. You buy one box, you take it out to your truck, you go home, open it up. You're now a podcaster. That's how this shit works. But the one little twist, you gotta have something to fucking talk about. And I would assume people like Opie and Scorch, at least, have done radio. They probably know how to talk to a microphone and put that out to a listening public. Brennan's been on stage. He's done crowd work. Can you convert that to a microphone and be entertaining or at least vaguely interesting to people? I guess not. I don't know how. I don't know how Opie goes on at 4:30 in the morning. It's still nighttime. And is incapable of doing a coherent show. And again, go ahead. Fucking chat him on his show and go, Anthony's trashing you again. This isn't trashing. This is caring. Why? Why don't you wake up? You don't have to do it at 4:30 in the morning. Do your show at 9 a.m. and take those few hours to get some fucking show prep. And do a show. Don't just read the chat. Matt W. Reading the chat. See what I did there? What's your plan to keep from repeating topics talked about on Compound Censor during your ABC Sunday show? And F. Kevin Brennan. Matt, I've thought about that. The fucked up thing, and not fucked up, it's just the thing. It is I do my internet show uncensored Monday through Thursday. I do my WABC show once a week on Sunday. Now, you are an amazing person. I adore you because you probably listen to both, even though you only tossed me $20. No, I appreciate it. Most people that listen to WABC don't listen to my internet show. So I guess I'll apologize to you and the other people that listen to both by saying there will be some crossover material between my internet show and my Sunday show. Obviously, I have to address them differently. I got to talk about them differently. I can't be as aggressive as I am on the internet. But for the most part, it'll probably only be 1 or 2 topics out of the 8 that I do on Sunday that are directly taken from my internet show during the week. I won't do the entire, a week's worth of material and then just put it on Sunday. It just doesn't work that way. First of all, the people that watch the internet show wouldn't like it, and I understand that. But more importantly, I like to keep current. These are topics from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I'm doing a show Sunday. I don't want to do shit. What am I, the fucking news? I'm CNN. I'm the newspaper. I do topics from last week. So while I will hit on some shit that I did during the week, I don't think we really got to worry about too much overlap. But thank you, Matt. I appreciate that. Ghost Crusader TV. Thank you, sir. Hey, Ant, you see Opie auditioning for the role of the white trans Michael Winslow on Police Academy reboot. Was he? He was making amazing sound effects on the show. Was he doing? Oh, my God. Opie. Just talk. Just talk. What's your life? What's going on? Here's another thing he does, which is fucking, like, it's so delusional. He will not talk about himself or his family because he feels it will endanger his family. Now, look, if you want to do that, I understand that part of it. But it doesn't, you're not giving out the names of your people, but talk a little more about what your life is all about. No one knows what this guy does. I swear to you. He gets on mic at 6 a.m. He's off by 6:45. It's barely light out. And then he goes away and people go, who is this guy? Oh, Opie from Opie and Anthony? Yeah, that was 15 years ago. Talk about your life. Talk about real stuff. Who the man? Oh, God, I fucking want to cringe. Yes, I watch. Here's your charity for today. Thank you, Drone Ranger. See, he remembers I sent that exact super chat to Kevin Brennan. Drone, I sent him $20. But I appreciate it. Love you, and keep up the great work. Matt's shitty internet provider. Blue Sky, 10 pounds. 10 pounds from over the ponds. Thank you. Looking fresh, Ant. Thanks. Radio show putting a new lease on life into you. Look forward to Sunday again. Not a new lease on life per se, but it's exciting. It's brought another element where I do my show during the week, and then Friday tonight rolls around, and I'm excited. It's fun. I get to go out. I went out. Me and Missy went out and had some dinner and some drinks, and it's good. It's a weekend. But this adds an extra thing where I get like, oh, I got to fucking come up with something. I got to do something Sunday. This is like broadcast radio. And it's exciting. So not a new lease on life, but it's definitely an additive. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Another win for the toe. What? Christy Weber. Thank you. Ghost Crusader, $4.99. Another win for the toe. Is that a toe? I don't know what, because I watch occasionally. I watch everybody. Again, I'm not one of these guys that go, I don't know what that guy's doing. I don't watch that. I watch everyone. I'm very not busy. Even with the ABC thing, I'm very not busy. So I watch Steel Toe. I watch Zumak. I watch all of them. Brennan, Stut Joe whenever he's doing his 20th last show. Opie. I watch. What's so bad about that, by the way? Like the line you're supposed to give is, I don't even, what do you think? I watched that? Like, what's that flex? Why is that a flex? Like, to say you don't watch? Are people supposed to go, oh, well, that's kind of cool. That's great that he don't watch. No one says that. I watch the shit out of everyone. I want to know what's going on. It's fun. Anthony, you are the best. Mr. Clark Griswold. Mike White, thank you. Julio Cisores,
$20, not even a comment. You could get a comment. Tracy had it coming. Oh, my God. Poor Tracy. If you're a Sopranos fan, that's Chuck Spears. Thank you, Chuck. If you're a Sopranos fan, I don't know how many of you picked up on this, but this is my own thing. I've watched the entire series at least 8 times, all the way through so far. At least. It might be 10 or 12, but I'm really being realistic and going, it's at least 8 times completely focused every episode of The Sopranos. Tracy was the cute braces stripper girl at the Bing. The episode kind of, they were trying to kind of put this between Meadow and Tracy. Like they kept going back and forth to Meadow's life as a college student and what the difference is between a girl that has a dad and a family, even though it's the Soprano family, to another girl that must have had such a fucked up life that she's on the pole at the Bing. And then there's a point where she has braces. She gets braces. And Syl turns to Tony at the bar and goes, she got a body like a thoroughbred, but those teeth, mud on. Because her teeth are all fucked up. Body like a thoroughbred. Now, when Pyamai got murdered by Ralphie and Tony kills Ralphie because of it, that ain't just because of the fucking horse. Watch the show. He is killing him. It's part about the horse, but for Tracy. He goes, she was innocent and you fucking killed her. That's Tracy. Thoroughbred, he still said she's got a body like a thoroughbred. And then after he kills her, they clean up. Him and Christopher go back to the Bing, take showers. The last part of that whole thing is Tony looking at the mirrors that the strippers use to clean themselves up with, and they zoom right in on Tracy's picture. That fucking, when he killed Ralphie, it was a part about Pyamai, but I think it was mostly about Tracy. So that's my fucking take. That's my take. But Chuck says Tracy ought to come in. Thank you, Chuck. Jesus Christ. Julio Cisores. Julio, thank you. Mr. White, we got that. Thank you. I'm going down. I'm kind of going over a couple of these again. Tommy Stewart, thank you. I live a couple of miles from where he broadcasts, and it's my dream to go watch a live tape. If only I wasn't as lazy as Scorch. He's in Wisconsin, I think. That's where he is. You have nothing on the Greaseman. What'll do there? Well, it's the Greaseman show doing a podcast there. Why is the Greaseman? All right, I got it. I never go to my phone. I am adamant about this. I do not look at my phone during a podcast or a radio show. If it's mine, if it's a guest, you will never see me go to my phone. But I got to look this up. I want to see. Greaseman. Doug Tract. He's 74 years old, still alive. His parents were Gertrude Tract and Alfred Tract. Waddle Doodle, Doug Tract, a former American radio, television, and movie personality. Yeah. Name the Greaseman. A shack jack. He was criticized repeatedly during his career for racist remarks. But what has he been doing? Let me see. What have you done for me lately? Career. Let's see. Early success. Martin Luther King comments. Hold on. In January 1986, Tract prompted outrage by joking about the new federal holiday, Martin Luther King Day. I quote, "Why don't we shoot 4 more and get the whole week off," is what Tract said.
on air. He was suspended from the station for 5 days. Public apologize. Apologize. Bone dry. Yeah. The Washington Post noted that he was the highest paid DJ in D.C. during 1987, making $400,000 a year. God, ain't that fucked up? A mere 10 years later, me and Opie would make 10 times that. Whoa! Syndicated. What is he doing now? James Bird comment. What did he do? Oh, that was the guy. No wonder they drag him behind truck. Was that him? It was. Later career. February 2000, a station owned in St. Croix, U.S., Virgin Islands, offered track to DJ. Imagine getting that job offer. Would you like to come to St. Croix? Even Opie isn't getting the St. Croix offer. Track returned to the air in 2002 from his home studio broadcasting at WDMV AM 700. All right, look, who am I to fucking bash that shit? The guy, after saying horrendous stuff, being fired, he gets back to AM radio. Okay, let's see how this will go. Maybe this is a good precursor, premonition of what will happen to me. Previously, near Frederick, Maryland, he was soon afterwards syndicated to numerous others. Okay, this is kind of what I'm doing. He then held the morning show slot on WMET, Gatesburg, Maryland, until November 2nd, 2007. The Washington Post has described the period as 6 years of broadcasting his morning show on tiny, unknown AM stations with signals so weak they dissolve under the static created by a car's ignition system. Who said that? The Washington Post described his period on the air as 6 years of broadcasting his morning show on a tiny unknown AM station and other AM stations with signals so weak they dissolve under the static created by the car's ignition system. Waddle-dee-doodle. Yeah, just turn your car off. That starter motor will blow me away. Yeah. Bone dry. I don't like spark plugs. They interfere with my program. Waddle doodle hate a coil. Distributor cap. Waddle doodle hate it. Holy shit. Oh my God, this poor bastard. He returned to Jacksonville in 2008. David Israel, the vice president and general manager of Cox Radio in Jacksonville, brought back Bubba the Love Sponge, who had been fired in 2004 for indecency. When people asked about Tract, another former Jacksonville radio personality, Israel tracked him down and they began discussing a job in August 2008. On September of 2008, during the Bubba the Love Sponge show, it was announced that Tract would be returning to Jacksonville to do an afternoon show. On August 10th, 2010, Tract was no longer on WFYV's airwaves. This notice posted on Tract's website. The Greaseman is no longer airing on Rock Radio 105 in Jacksonville. Grease has asked that the branch Dudadians refrain from sending complaints to Rock 105 as it won't change anything. He compliments the staff here and said they just decided to go another direction. Waddle-dee-doodle. And there are no hard feelings. His latest ratings were great. Grease vows to find a new place to shriek sooner or later and is planning to enjoy the rest of his summer and hopes to be back on the airwaves soon. Webcast from 2010 to 2018, Tract hosted programming on the internet radio station Web Radio Classics, from 6 p.m. until midnight. Oof. There ain't no fuck way I'm doing 6 hours of radio. Ain't happen. Ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen. Wow. The Greaseman running from 10 p.m. until midnight Eastern Time. Web Classics shut down on 2018, August of 2018. The station and track returned to streaming May 2020. Yeah. I guess that's it. Is he still there? I guess it's the last thing they say. Wow. That is something. Waddle dee doodle Doug Tract. Gotta love it. Holy motherfucker. Some of these poor bastards, I swear to you. Like, I was fired from Sirius XM satellite radio in July of 2014. By September of 2014, Compound Media was up and running. And I did that for 11 years. I merged with Gavin's Censored.tv. I'm still doing the same thing I was doing for 11 years on Compound, doing my show. And then I get a call from WABC Radio to do Sunday nights. And I'm like, sure. How the fuck do you get fired and go through this cacophony of nonsensical gigs like Doug Tract? Hey, waddle doodle, I'm in Oahu. I'm in Guam. Guam 1027. Wonderful. Iwo Jima 1035. Holy shit. I love it. Well, thank you. Thank you, Chuck, for that one. Holy shit. KB blocked me because I said he gets his news from The View. It's sad what he's become. Used to be funny. Wife left him. Kids left him. Homeless. Poor KB. I don't know about his private life. I've heard things. But, you know, hey, such is life. Jeffrey Richards, 20. Thank you, Jeffrey. Where is the Trump Air Force One model I sent you a long time ago? Jeffrey, I'd have remembered that. I don't think I got it. UPS? USPS? Who was supposed to deliver it? I'd put it right back there. I swear. Opie versus Anthony celebrity boxing match. Let's go. Gaurav Kumar. Thank you. €2. Ooh, what is that? Like $80. The old guy fighting thing that is ingrained in the Dabbleverse is one of the saddest things I've ever seen. Any of these old fucks that profess to have the skill and fighting prowess to beat up other men at their advanced ages is one of the saddest, most pathetic things I've ever seen, quite frankly. You see it all the time. These guys are pushing 60 in their 50s. And they're just like, yeah, you want to fucking, come on, step up if you see me. You're going to be sorry. Stut Joe, I'm coming to your house. I'm coming to your front door. And you're like, what? What? I swear to you, I have never, since 28, 29, threatened anyone with physical violence through fisticuffs. I know who I am. I have self-realization. And at this point in my life, which, by the way, ain't far off from Brennan or Stut Joe or any of these other motherfuckers that are constantly saying they're going to kick someone's ass. I have a realistic view on myself and life. unfortunately, this is unfortunate. If anyone ever tried to beat me up and beat my face in till I was knocked unconscious, I would have to dispatch them with a Second Amendment tool that I constantly carry on my person. Someone might call this being a pussy. Oh, you can't fight? You got to pull out a... Yeah, I do. I'm in no condition at this point in my life to duke it out. The fact that these idiots think they're going to step up and Mike Tyson some of these people that they have beef with on podcasts is insanely retarded. And you've heard it. I mean, if you're any part of the Dabbleverse, you get it. So as far as the Opie versus Anthony boxing match, and I've heard Opie address this, and his take was, oh, really? Really? I'll kick. I've seen him at the gym. Opie saw me at the gym literally 30 years ago. Half my life ago. He goes, he's been pumping. You hear the plates going clang, clang. Brian Regan bit, blatantly ripped off, by the way. And it's like, yeah. What do you think? I'm going to get on and go, really? You think I'll kick your ass? No. You're right. In a physical stand-up fight, you'll probably beat me senseless. But do you honestly think I would let it get to that point? I'm at a point in my life where my physical state dictates I need to dispatch someone immediately before they ever lay a hand on me. Sorry. It's just the way it is. So your answer, yes. Goar of Kumar. Opie would beat me. Send Opie a link. Really? Should I send Opie a link? What happened? Oh, God, it goes so fast. Tony, look at this. I am going through so many of these. Your audio is low on YouTube. Shut up. Shut up. You can hear me. Oh, my God, I got to back off on this so bad. Opie meets same. Oh, my God. Dude, I'm backing up on this. Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah, you made the boss Hall of Famer. Yeah, you don't have to beg. You're a legend. Oh, okay, that was a while back. It skips, and then let me look. Sorry, I'm sorry. Oh, if all goes well, you should have Chrissy as a co-host. Not as a co-host, but I'll have her on. And by the way, when I go up to New York, I'm going from the 11th to the 14th because I'm doing my show on the 13th. On that Friday, the 12th, I don't know. I'm doing Sid's show, the morning show on WABC. And then that night, Friday night, I'm going up to Chrissy Mayer's new studio. She got a new studio around where she lives, and I'm doing her show. I saw E-Rock did like her debut show from that studio, and it was very good. Let me see. The rumor is Artie Lange has dementia, kind of like Lady Di now. That would be terrible. I wouldn't be surprised. Oh my God, there's like 1,000 of these super chats and I can't even get through them. If that's the truth, that would be really fucking sad. I would hate to think that that he's got problems like that. Oh my God. Yeah, there's like, I don't know. Oh, I don't know. Let me see. Yeah, Tracy had it coming. That was one. So I'll just go down a little from there. Anthony, you're the best. Thank you. Thank you, Clark. All right. Here it is. Oh, there's the Greaseman one. We were just there. Okay. I think I'm back where we need to be. I'm sending harder, one eye, $10, thank you. I'm sending harder money to a multimillionaire because that's just how much I hate Kevin Brennan and Stut Joe. One eye, thank you so much. And believe me, I put it all back into the studio. Mics, cameras, action, all the shit. So I put it all back into what we're doing here. Tony Two Shirts, always great to see you rant about the blacks. All right, I have done that. Anthony Dahmer Cumia with those glasses. See, this is crazy. These actually are my reading glasses, so they make my eyes really much bigger. These are my show glasses, so they're just as big around, but they don't magnify as much. But then I can't read the chat right in front of me, so I'm gonna stick with the reading glasses. And another part of this is I don't care. I went to a glass store. These aren't glasses from CVS. I went to a place and had my eyes checked and measured and everything, and they gave me the ones I picked out. I picked these out. Yes, you might wonder why. Because I liked them. What do you think I'd do better with your criticism if I had the little Lionel glasses, the little rings, or what, cat eyeglasses like my mom in the 60s? Like, what do you want? They're not insanely magnifying. The rims aren't big black plastic like in Casino, like De Niro in Casino, Ace Rothstein. So I just like them, and I could look to the sides without going out of the realm of the lenses. That's why. But thank you, Lil Jewel. I appreciate that. Iron Ballsack. Old Pissy Eyes said, I watched. I gave us the Liberace hand. So cute of him. Ant Hill Gang. The Ant Hill. Yes, I'm the Ant-Man. Baby Chewbacca. I've listened to O&A with the great Patrice O'Neill playlist on YouTube twice. I could tell the DJ Opie went from playing records to playing everybody else's opinion and talent because he had nothing to offer. Yeah, that'll happen. Would you bring back call-ins to tax, even one time a week? I miss hearing Leon. Leon was great. Or is Ryan Sean too incompetent for that? No, it got to the point where the calls were the same fucking thing. And if I sat there, every comment was like, dude, stop taking calls. And I was even thinking it. I would say, I'm going to be realistic. I'm not going to give, out of 1 million calls, out of 10 calls, maybe 3 at most were good enough. Not even amazing. Just barely made it. So I got to sit through 7 calls that just bring the show down. Terrible calls. And again, this is why I want to take calls on WABC. I'm restricted on the censor.tv and compoundmedia.com audience to people that subscribe. They, I hope anyway, like what I do. They don't have any real arguments with my viewpoints. Some of them do. But most of it is this just retarded diatribe of nonsense that I sit through, and then I read the posts after the show, and people are just like, yeah, those callers really sucked. And I don't mind that caller sucked, but not those callers sucked. Not every caller sucked. So I don't know. Maybe one time a week. That might be a good idea. Thank you. Hellraiser, $20. I appreciate that. Opie is too unleashed for St. Croix. Thank you, Russell. Wow, this is crazy. Keep Funk Kevin Brennan. Keep on winning, boss. Trying. I don't know which I enjoy more, the Greaseman impression or your WC Fields impression. Ah, yes. What do you know? Who does that? Are they just old impressions? I get it. Hey, Ant, reaction on Opie versus E-Rock regarding the archives. That was... love you, Ant. Can we see the harvest area? Yeah, it's back here. If I went to Turkey, they would take like literally individual follicles and put them like here. But what are you going to do? I talked about not going to Turkey. I have a few bucks. Like if I got more hair transplants here in America, and I'm like, they do it now in a way where they don't cut a big swath out of the back of your head and then dissect it on a table and put those hairs in. They literally take out just the follicles and then they put them back in here. So I'm like, yeah, maybe I did that. Garrett had the greatest answer because I was talking. I go, I might go back. And Garrett just looks at me and goes, why? And I had no answer. I had no answer. At my age, at this point in life, like this is a pretty like natural hair for my age. He's right. Why? That's Garrett, always with the wisdom. You watch Stephen Garrett's show? I hope you do. They're very funny. The Opie and Iraq regarding the O&A archives. Opie's take on it, again, just completely bastardized version of the truth. The motherfucker listens to what the chat says, and he takes it as gospel. And Iraq has done nothing but been amazing to the Opster, and personally and professionally. And Opie just shits on him because what? He didn't lick his ass. He didn't go up to him and tell him he was right about all the wrong shit he did to all the people he ever worked with over the years. So he's a piece of shit. And then in that same fucking rant, he goes, really? Because I guess he thought that Iraq had said, I'll give you back the archives if you act like a human being, act like a real person. So Opie took that and then went, really? A real person, a human being? You worked with Anthony. That guy is not even human. He's the worst person you could ever see and be. And he goes, yeah, I know stuff. And I'm like, then say it. There's nothing I haven't said on the air. And by the way, for such an awful person, I have a close relationship with everyone I've ever worked with. Save a couple, and you know who they are. And that was very extenuating circumstances. But truth be told, I could walk up to 99.9% of the people I ever worked with and say hi, and we'd have a great conversation and be very friendly. And that's if it isn't the people that I'm already in constant contact with. They've worked with me. So Opie, on the other hand, everyone can't stand him. And he has zero relationship with anyone and everyone he's ever worked with. Ever. Even at WBAB on Long Island in the early 90s. Those guys, I hang out with them and they talk about what an asshole this fucking guy is. So, whatever, Opster. Good luck with all that. And, the archives thing, Iraq's got technically what's called the archives. They're literally CDs of what we did over the course of the years. I'd be very surprised if you play any of those CDs and found anything that wasn't already online. Everything's on the internet. And if it's not, it's probably not that good. And by the way, when Opie said, oh, I have to be a human being in order to get my life's career back, he said that. He goes, Iraq has the archives of the O&A show. And until I'm a human being that satisfies Iraq, I can't get my life's work back. Go to Opie's YouTube account. I'm not even fucking, go, give him views, whatever, he needs it. Look at all the O&A material that he's posted, made millions of views on his personal account, and obviously banked some change on those videos. And he's worried about what E-Rock has. Why? So you could put those online and make money for yourself? I never bitched. Jimmy never bitched. E-Rock never bitched about every fucking O&A show. By the way, NEW and Sirius should be bitching about you using their property to make money off of. The only fucking videos he has up there that have any views are shit about me and shit that we did and videotaped, recorded on the O&A show. That's it. And he sits there whining that he doesn't have his life's work of archives because E-Rock has it. He's made bank off of those fucking things. He's still making money off of our shit without giving anyone else money. The Opie and Anthony show videos, puts them on his site, gets millions of views, makes money, and whines that he doesn't have the rest of the catalog. Fuck you. Fuck you. Son of a bitch. Those are the facts of what's going on, by the way. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. I see. My God, man. Let's see. Look, it jumped again. It jumped again. Oh, there we go. Pissy Eyes. I listen to O&A. Patrice. Would you be back? Tax. Calls. Blah, blah, blah. Omnigrab. What? I need the Omnigrab and Lucky Strike. Right? Opie is too unleashed for St. Croix. I get that. I believe the Russian interior decorator is still alive. Yeah. I don't know which I enjoy more. The Greaseman. Okay, we got that. Where is it? Is it still down? Oh, my God. What was the vibe behind the scenes after the grape argument? Was there anyone on staff that hated Opie just as much as you and Jimmy? Yeah, everyone. The grape argument, and if no one remembers briefly, I'll let you know what it is. I was eating grapes during a break, and I had a handful of grapes. I shoved in my mouth. I'm chewing, and I started talking, and I'm like, blah, blah, whatever. Grape. It's fucking, we're not the fucking 10-10 wins doing the news here. And Opie got pissy that I had a mouthful of grapes while I was talking on the air. And I, crazy me, brought up the fact that every fucking day he'd sit there and scrape that yogurt container right in the mic. So I brought up that, and that just blew open a whole argument. And it wasn't about the grapes, and it wasn't about the yogurt. I'll let you know that. It was about a lot of other things. The grapes and the yogurt just were a, kind of a prelude. But at that point, I had already held my breath for fucking years about this motherfucker. And it just blew up at that point. And again, it wasn't even me getting on his shit at first. He got on my shit to the point, and I was in the mood where I went, really? This is the fucking battle you're going to choose? Because, boom, and then I just stepped on it. So, yeah, that started the whole thing. I think that was the beginning of the, and the cunt won't even look at me was really the biggie. When Opie was pissed at me before the show even started. Some fucking, he had his period thing. And I sat down and I'm looking, and he would look around the studio, and literally while his eyes passed me, he would go like this. Like up and over me, so he didn't make eye contact. Just a bitch move. So I texted Jimmy, because me and Jimmy were already talking about what a cunt this guy is. And I wrote, the cunt won't even look at me. The cunt won't even look at me. And I hit send, And I looked, and it was sent to Opie. Right when I hit it. This was before, pull back your text. So I'm like, all I'm hoping for is some technical error in the texting system where a sunspot blew up a satellite, but I heard the hum of his phone. He looked at it, looked up at me, looked back at it, and he's like, "What is this?" And I'm like, hamna, Ed Norton. It was just fucking, I had nothing. I'm really good on my feet. I can pull out excuses right out my ass, but I had nothing. And I tried going, I meant to send it to my girlfriend because you are being a cunt and you aren't. But he goes, "Will you send this to Jimmy?" No. Meanwhile, today, Anthony, on Friday, March 21st at 10:13 p.m. Eastern Time, would have gone, "Yeah, I was sending it to Jimmy because we both know you're a cunt. And you won't look at me because you're a bitch cunt." But it was back then, and I was trying to scramble because there were literally millions of dollars in the balance. So, yeah, that happened. That fucking happened. Yeah. Look, I know everyone, we love talking, don't we? But I'm going to play a little golf. I'll play 3 holes. 3 holes of golf. Just relax. Don't go crazy. Let's try this. All right? This is PGA 2K25, a brandy new game. Let me put the, let me go to the, hold on. Oh, my God. There it is. We'll go to game. Boink. There I am. That's my character looking cool as balls. Let's give this a whirl, shall we, kids? Let me go to the basic chat here, live chat. There it is. Hi, everyone. How we doing, by the way? 2,020 people? This is insane. This is going to drive Brennan nuts. Now, this isn't a game like Call of Duty. I could still talk in between rounds, so don't fucking disappear, you cocksuckers. Let's see how I can golf, all right? Let's give it a whirl. Only 3 holes. 3 holes of stroke play. Here we go. Oh, my goodness gracious. Wow, that's a hell of a fuck. Look, people already bailed. 1,948. You fucking pussies. Pussies! Here are my competitors. I'm the guy here with the Scottish hat on and shit. Damn, game is like $70. It was $125, good guy. $125 for the top tier, and it gave me nothing.
Big hello to you from me, John McCarthy.
10-mile-an-hour headwind.
Welcome you to PGA Tour 2K25.
Par 4.
Can't wait to see what goes down
I'm just
here in
gonna
a bit.
clock this
We
thing
are
as hard
playing
as I can.
stroke play today, and
I'm going in the
just
red.
3 holes in front of us. Okay,
Oh, I
here we
fucked
go. Let's
that.
have a nice round out there.
Oh my God, I fucked it up
Coming
so bad.
into a bunker near
Ah,
you.
in the bunker. See, I'm nervous. I'm nervous.
He's ready to let her
You made
rip
me all
here. Let's see what he
nervous.
does.
I don't know who this guy is. Golf. Das Bunker. Ouch. Yeah, no shit, ouch. That sucked. That was my whole fucking first shot. Scottish game of golf. New Brennan was a dipshit. Yeah, thanks. He is a dipshit. Nice club, Anthony. Thank you. That was terrible. Don't be nervous. I'm nervous. 125 for a sport
And
game.
let's
Holy
see
fucking
how he
moly.
does on
Yeah,
the
Big Red Tower. It was like 125 for the elite version. And they're like, oh, you get clubs and this. And it's like, you get nothing. You get aggro-fucking-vation. Bill Burr sucks. Bubba B, I gotta. Bill has been getting so much press lately because he's in Glengarry Glen Ross on Broadway. He is the worst fucking asshole.
And he's just
As
about
far
ready
as
to
the
tee
comics I've known
Let's see
over
how
the
he does.
years, What a turn this jerk off has taken. And then he tries to shit on Elon Musk. This nerd, he goes, this nerd, he was never able to get hot chicks. So that's why he's an asshole.
All right, time to get on out.
He's
of
got
this
14
dirty old
kids
bunker.
with hot women. Look what Burr's with. Nuff said. Nuff fucking said. All right, let's see if I can fucking... I got to go up another club. No, you piece of shit. All right, let's try an 8-iron with a splash. All right, let's give it a whirl. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Fuck, I fucked it up again. Yeah! All right.
Great
Look at
job
that
on
recovery.
approach.
Don't even. That is a great fucking recovery. After the first shit shot. Nice. Yeah, Bill Burr. You know, people are so nostalgic for yesteryear. And they remember the Burr from the O&A show.
See if he can get up and
From
down
the
from
Virus
sand.
tour in Philly. He made him legendary. And they never look at what he is now. He's a liberal piece of shit. He's white-hating. He hates white people. Every goof he makes is on, you know, even if he goofs on liberals, it's like, oh, no, look, he's going all ends of the spectrum. He's not just goofing on conservatives. He goofs on liberals. Does he? No. He goofs on the maniacal liberal women that are mental patients. But as far as conservatives go, and Musk, Elon, yeah, with his hair plugs and his fucking...
This is a long
Really?
shot, but he could
How
make
about
it.
the fact that the guy is a genius and literally changing the course of history? But no, Bill
Looks like
Burr,
he's put on a good
suck
line here.
ass,
It's still
suck
tracking.
ass,
Oh, and he makes it.
fuck him.
All right, he's got
And
this.
fuck any comic
for
that sucks
birdie.
his dick to
This
the
one
point
looks
where
like
they
it's
won't
breaking
talk to
to
me
the
anymore.
left.
And by the way, since I got this ABC gig, a couple of them have come out of the fucking woodwork to text me or DM me. Hey, what? Gotta sell a few seats in New York City? You want a radio station? You want to sit and fucking talk about your comic prowess? Yeah, a few of them.
And he
Piss
gets
off.
it to drop, and that'll be for birdie.
Piss off.
This is a 9-foot putt.
I'm not really this angry. I got to be honest. I'm not. No, Voss is awesome. Voss has always been a good guy. I'll never fucking shit on Voss. He's right
This one's
there.
about 7
When I
feet
got,
away.
hold on, let me try to get this. What is this for? This is for birdie. Come on.
And
Oh.
good news, you're already
When I
under
first
par
got
today.
the
Let's keep that going as we
WABC
move
gig,
throughout this
Voss texts him and he goes, I give it a week. Fucking hilarious. And I had texted and talked to Voss over the course of the years. Voss never had a problem. A couple of the other ones, though, even guys that were dedicated O&A guys, you know,
Well, this tee shot should work.
all of a sudden. And I'm even willing to blow that
All
off
right, let's
to
go.
an
Let's
extent.
launch this one out there.
To an extent. Look at this shit. What is this? I just got to slam this. Look at this. Beautiful fucking long drive. Look at this shit. Awesome. 300
shot.
fucking 18 yards. Yeah, some of the guys,
He's
you
looking
know,
ready to roll.
I
Let's see
kind
how
of
he does on
equate
this
it
hole.
to Goodfellas. Remember when Henry went to prison and he goes, Karen, when you're in prison, you're alone. It's all you got. You got yourself. You got to make your own thing. No one's there for you. That's what it's like when you've been canceled. And then you get out, and what are you
All
doing?
right, interested
You're
to
having
see what he
fucking
has in store
macaroni
for
over
us here.
Paulie's house. And everyone's around going, hey, how you doing, Henry? They were all back. That's what being canceled is like in entertainment. Until you come back, and somehow get back into the fold of shit that these guys can
Okay, 225 yards
kind of get
for
something
him.
off of,
Let's see what he does.
you're gone. You're no one. And then all of a sudden you get a gig on radio and they're like, oh, hey, hi, how you doing? That's how this shit works. Yeah. I hear ya. Let me see if I could read some super chats over the course of that. Missed you. Thank you, Mr. K. Hey, Ann, I missed O&A. I was in Iraq getting my fucked up. But you are one of my favorite people to listen to.
Let's see what he does
You
here.
were my uncle.
He's around
I could be everyone's uncle,
205
though,
yards out.
quite frankly. Blair, for $1.99, I got to answer this fucking question. This is a $20 question, but I will. Are you still good with Rogan? I'll be honest. I don't know. Here's what I know about Joe that I might be able to say, all right, this might be it. Joe has to change his phone number constantly. And that's the only reason I can have that I have not heard from him in a year or
And
over
now he's
a year.
looking at 200
So,
yards or so to the pin.
If that's the case, fine. If not, then I guess I was a little too crazy with maybe my racial stuff for Joe Rogan. I haven't heard from him. This is nothing. I have nothing against Joe. I love the guy. He's hilarious. He's a great friend of mine as far as what had transpired before I hadn't heard from him. But truth be told, I have not heard from Rogan in over a year. So it's not on me. I don't know. That's what's going on. I got to go up a club here. It's up 16 feet, 8-mile-an-hour headwind. We'll go over here. Come on. See how we do. Come on now. Right on the pin, motherfucker.
Safe approach. Nice.
Roll. Not bad. Yeah, so thank you, Blair. That's where we sit with the
All right,
Joe
this
Rogan.
is his third shot.
Daniel R., thank you for the 5 spot. New Adam with £1. A pound. You versus Gavin McInnes. Who wins? Russell Hall. Thank you, Russell. Gavin, like I said, I'm not fighting. There comes a point in a man's life where they realize there's no fighting.
And this next
I
putt for
might
him
be able to
is for
pull
birdie.
off a sucker punch if it's a perfect punch to the face. Other than that, I'm not going to pull it up because it'll get me kicked off. But this right here is my fucking go-to.
Looks like he started this one out right.
What happened? Am I
It's still looking
frozen?
good. Oh, and he gets
I
that
didn't.
to drop.
I must hit pause.
All right, good luck with this.
I got
15-footer.
the putt. All right.
This one's going to the
let's see.
left.
It's rolling from right to left. So I gotta go over this way. That looks good. Let me do this. Top hit. Come on. Fuck you!
Yeah,
I
that
just
could have been better, I
cock
think. But
sucker.
maybe a birdie on the next hole.
All right. That's how it works.
We've got
What
12
happened?
feet to go here.
Why isn't? Oh
I
my
think we got a right to left break on this one.
God. Yeah. Sorry. I get a little rambunctious. Nurse Ratchet, you're racist.
And this is his look.
I got to
at the
answer
par
that
putts.
$1.99 question. Yeah. I think you know.
And let's see, he's
Yeah.
setting up now.
She plays golf every so often and hears our conversations.
Okay, safely home with
me
that
and
putt.
Chris. So, yeah, I think she.
Tap.
Oh, here, little tap. What is this for? 4? Okay, it's for par. All right, that's not bad. I'm good. Little pa.
All right, now let's see
All
what
right,
the
I'm
scorecard
winning.
says.
I'm winning.
And you
Oh wait,
are
no, I'm not.
1
Shit.
under after
Who's
that
2
one.
under? How did they do that? Fuck. I hate this game. And congrats on the great new gig. On the new gig, it's great. How long before you're in rotation for guest on Gutfeld? Well, thank you, Rex Kramer, a big contributor and fan. I appreciate it. Yeah, I think since I'm on ABC, it won't take long before I'm back on Gutfeld. Sometimes Greg puts up
All right,
posts
let's see
on
how he
X and he
does
goes,
on this
who
hole."
would you like to see us have as a guest on the show? And a lot of the answers are Anthony Cumia.
This one
So
looks pretty good. Should be in the
I
fairway.
think in time, seeing how the ABC thing works,
Okay,
picking up a
one
little heat,
more
I think
hole to
I
go.
will
You're
have
only one stroke
a
back.
spot on there. Boop. Let's see. What are we doing here? Oh, boy. All right, I could do this. 10-mile-an-hour wind up and to the right. Let's do this. I'm going red. Nice. Perfect shot. I hit it with 103%
Nice, pure
overswing.
swing. Great stuff.
103, which will put me right out of the fairway. What an asshole. I should have just hit it.
Okay, he appears to be ready to roll on this one. Let's see how this tee shot goes.
Sometimes I'm too good for my own good. I should have just hit that. I put extra juice on it, and it went off the fairway. Look at this pussy. Well, he went off too.
And
Pussy!
from around 200 yards out, let's see what he does.
Diesel. Who's this guy? Please. Give me a break. Oh, my God. Don't forget, everybody, you got to go to the App Store and get 77 WABC. I don't even care if you use it. Just download it. No, I want you to listen. But the more people
We are
that
in
download
the deep
shit
stuff
and
currently.
watch
Let's get out
online
of here
and listen
now.
to the actual radio station, the more gooder for me and the show. And I want the show to do well. I want people to listen. I want people to go, oh my God, look, Anthony's doing very well in his new foray into radio. So I would appreciate it. And you've been great. Fucking people have really been. They were flabbergasted with the numbers. So mucho apreciado. Look at this. I don't even think. No, I got to go forward more. Right? Yeah, I got to go out here. Let's see how this works. Come on now. Right on the pin. Bitch
Man, I
ass.
don't think you caught enough.
No,
of the
I'm in.
ball here out
Oh
of the
my
rough.
God.
And let's see how he does.
I would rage
here
quit
in the
if I
first cut.
wasn't doing this online. Chris Baldessano's laughing his balls off right now. He's laughing his balls off that I just got put in the worst fucking bunker position that has ever been. Oh my God. Let's see. Sal Angelo, thank you, sir. Anthony, how do you practice being a proficient speaker on the radio? How do your ideas flow so quickly? Oh, you love this. Ooh. By the way, my favorite O&A bit was you as a DJ on WCBS and Imus on WFAG. Ladies and gentlemen.
And that'll just,
yeah, the
barely
DJ on
make its way
CBS.
into
I'm
the
Harry
first
Balls.
rough.
This is
Here we
ABBA.
go with his second shot.
Holy shit, that was a pisser. Yeah. Yeah, I don't practice anything. It's just the way I speak. I think when I'm on FM radio or AM radio or any broadcast radio, I know what I can and can't say. It makes it a little weird. It's like walking through a minefield. Ooh, look at this guy's shot. That was nice. Fucker. So it's kind of, yeah, I should. Look, Doug is right. I was thinking about that.
Side. He's in the rough.
Play Rush Limbaugh's theme on Sunday. I'd be crucified. That's his song. Oh, yeah. Yeah, but I just talk that way. I always said I think of myself talking to my girlfriend's parents when I'm on broadcast radio. Because I always put on this, don't curse, try to sound semi-intelligent. And it seemed to work over the course of the years. So thank you, Sal. Oh, look at this. Machete, 631. Love you. Me and my fiance are moving to right outside Greenville as well. Is Ryan really gone from censored, or is it a bit? The dud sucks. Anyway, yeah, great. No, it's great. Greenville's great. Surrounding areas, going into Greenville. I was just there a couple hours ago. We went in for dinner and drinks, and it's just an amazing small city, big town. It's the South, so you're not getting a lot of the fucking horse shit you get up north. I don't know where you're moving from, Mr. or Mrs. Machete, but if it's from the north, you will be very pleased with your move. Is Jimmy going to be on in a few weeks? I heard you mention that. Come on. April 13th, Sunday, April. Oh, that's me? No way. It is me. Oh, look at this. I can't even see where I'm going. I'm timing out. I got to hit it. I don't even know where I'm going. Not a bad out for not being. I held the whole game up. They're going to hate me. That wasn't a bad out from that shit. Yeah, he's going to be on April 13th. Totally loving the new show. Thank you. Let me let you guys in on a little secret. Because, I have phone meetings and Zoom meetings
Here
with
he
my
goes
new bosses
from the green
over
side,
at
rough.
WABC. But after 2 shows, my boss, the GM of the station, told me,
Lining up
hey,
for
Ant.
a 9-foot putt here. Looks like this one
Hold on, let me
starts
do this and
straight
I'll
and
tell you.
then goes a bit to the right.
Yeah.
And that putt will
He
drop,
goes,
and you managed to finish your round with a birdie.
you could take the gloves
He's got
off.
about 7 feet to the cup.
He
from
literally
here.
told me on the phone yesterday, he goes, you could take the gloves off. Because he saw I was being kind of like I was holding
That'll
back.
do it for him
I
here
had a
today.
few
He's trying to
complaints
save
from
par right here.
people
Let's
from
see if
the
he can do
Tel
it.
Aviv Times or whatever it was about shit that never even happened. And I've been kind of, putting the brakes on, pulling the reins back a little bit.
Hold on.
And my boss called me
Here's
and
his
said,
6-foot putt.
we're going to have a meeting, which I did today, a phone meeting with production and the
And that'll be
the
an
whole
end to
production
his round
team.
today.
And he goes, take the gloves off, man. You don't have to hold back.
Okay, he's going to end up with a
So,
on his final hole.
imagine
he
telling
managed to
Anthony Cumia
finish
from
up
the
at
Opie and
200
Anthony
par
show
today.
to
Well
take
done.
the fucking gloves
And with
off.
that, I must
Like,
leave
ooh,
you.
dude.
I had fun out there
Oh,
with you
you're
today. Thanks for a
axing
great
for
round.
it. So, I'm happy. I'm happy about hearing that, and I agree with it because I was, it's only been 2 shows. The first one was the first one, which is really kind of hard to. I was really nervous. The second one was the first network syndicated show, and I think I was paying too much attention to just getting the spots. Like this segment is 15 minutes. This one's 8 minutes. You have a 3-minute break. I think I was concentrating too much on the time. But then he just goes, yeah, take the gloves off. Be you. Do Anthony. Do what you do. And I'm like, oh, boy. That's fucking funny. So, yeah, this Sunday I will be taking the gloves off. And we'll see where that goes. Anyway. I love it. Blair, $20. That was a $20 question. Thanks for the answer, and Opie is going insane daily. Thank you, Blair. Mucho apreciado, as they say, from the country where they should be deported back to. Here's a little sugar for the Ant-Man. I want to kill Gavin for coming up with this fucking Ant-Man thing. I'm the Ant-Man, and I'm on the radio, and he wants me to run with this on air. Like, hey, the Ant-Man, WABC 77, WABC New York radio, and be the Ant-Man. And he wants me to call the studio like, broadcasting live from the anthill. Hey, come on into the anthill. Pour some sugar on me. And I'm like, I'm dying, wanted to punch him in the fucking face. But enough people heard it and picked up with it where it's daily in my various social media comments and whatnot. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so fucking much for the support. You guys have been awesome, and I don't even mean that like in a fake way, because then I'd be like, you guys are awesome, go fuck your mother. I really do. You guys have made this WABC thing something. They came back to one show. It took one fucking show, and the viewership, the downloads, the app views, they went. It's literally 100 times more than the next person has at that station. And it's all you guys. You guys are on there. I appreciate the shit out of it. Go on, download everything, tune in or pop on online on Sunday. We're taking calls this Sunday. So like I said, let me give you the number again. Here's the number that you're going to be getting. Let me switch this around. So I get full screen. There it is. Can we go? Can full screen? There it is. Here is the number. Write this down and give us a call on Sunday night, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. I got Steve Grillo, Gorilla Boy. He wrote a book about the Howard Stern Show and what a fucking hypocritical douchebag he is, and the time he spent on the Stern Show back in the 90s, the golden age of the Stern Show. So we're going to talk to him. We're going to talk whatever's going on in the world, politics, Trump disemboweling the Department of Education, Elizabeth Warren going nuts because he did that. Just a lot of, me. And again, taking the fucking gloves off. So I love it. Anyway, bless you. Thank you so much for supporting me. And we'll see you Sunday, or you can hear me Sunday on WABC New York. And then Monday on Censor.tv and CompoundMedia.com. Have a great weekend, everybody.